This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. As you guys might or might not know, Ellen DeGeneres has been called out for being a mean person, treating her staff bad, and also her staff has been called out for some racial remarks, things like that. And now Ellen somewhat admits it because she writes a letter of apology. So that means she acknowledges it. This article is called "I Am Sorry, Ellen DeGeneres Speaks Out in Letter to Staff." Ellen DeGeneres has penned a letter to the staff of her talk show in the wake of allegations of a toxic workplace culture. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the note to crew is part of an effort to change the culture behind the scenes of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which will reportedly also see one of the show's producers ousted. In her note, as published by THR, DeGeneres apologizes for what's going on, insisting that steps will be taken to correct the issues going forward. But the letter has already been slammed by many on social media who have accused Ellen of passing the buck and throwing her own staff under the bus. And hours after the letter was published, dozens of former Ellen staffers spoke out in a shocking new BuzzFeed report alleging sexual misconduct from several top producers on The Ellen Show. As we've grown exponentially, I've not been able to stay on top of everything and relied on others to do their jobs as they knew I'd want them done. Clearly some didn't. That will now change, and I'm committed to ensuring this does not happen again, she writes. And the thing is, this is not like new growth that just happened within the last few months or the last year. Ellen's actually, from what I understand, been declining a little bit. Her big explosion, her out of control fame happened quite a while ago. I can't exactly say, but she's no longer exploding now and growing. So that to me sounds like an excuse. DeGeneres opens the letter with an apology, saying that what has happened was the opposite of what she intended for the show. I mean, of course that's the opposite. That's the most obvious thing you could possibly say. But the post attracted dozens of comments referencing the much reported recent allegations about the show. One person said here, "Is she one of the workers being bullied?" One person commented. Somebody else said, "I'm thinking this is one that didn't complain about Ellen," wrote another. "Someone is trying to show that she loves her employees after all the accusations," said another. The Ellen DeGeneres Show is reportedly under investigation after numerous accusations by former staffers that it is a toxic work environment. Now this one here makes a pretty important point. They go on to say that there will be investigations asking employees about their work experience, things like that. They go on to say in the middle part here about how there were stories of racism, things like that. But what I really want to read is this third paragraph here. "That be kind bullshit only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show," one former employee is quoted as saying. And here's the thing. A lot of people came out and said, "I can't believe Ellen's mean. She's so nice on TV. She gives gifts to kids. She does all these things. She hugs audience members." But the thing is, that is the act. You know, some people do jobs where they have to literally snap their fingers and change their personality. And Ellen's one of those people. So if you think that because she's nice on TV, oh, she probably didn't do this, or couldn't be her, I think you're really just seeing the surface. It makes total sense to me that she might be mean, and that might be why she has such an easy time being so nice on TV, because it's just a change of pace for her. It's probably refreshing for her to be so nice if she's actually so mean. So now let's look at the part of the letter that they printed. "Hey everybody, it's Ellen. On day one of our show, I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres Show would be a place of happiness. No one would ever raise their voice and everyone would be treated with respect. Obviously, something changed and I am disappointed to learn that this has not been the case. And for that, I am sorry. Anyone who knows me knows it's the opposite of what I believe and what I hope for our show," she writes. Elsewhere in the letter, DeGeneres says she's learning that people who work with me and for me are speaking on my behalf and misrepresenting who I am, and that has to stop. But why? Why would they do that? And why would so many do that? I mean, at some point, when so many people come out with a certain type of accusation, it makes it a lot more believable. Now there could be some coming out that aren't actually truthful, jumping on the bandwagon, exaggerating, blowing things out of proportion because they want to be part of the action, part of blaming her, maybe even get their name out there or something on Twitter, on social media, and get exposure. But I'm going to think they're probably in the minority. However, obviously, I can't say for sure. I'm not 100% on the side of Ellen being mean yet. It's just looking that way. I have a feeling it's probably correct. And now there's an investigation, so we'll see. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, you'll get videos. It'll be pretty good. If you don't subscribe, well, I'll be sad. But I'll get over it. See you next time.
Central Parkway in the